We can't tell you how close it is between the Google Pixel XL, iPhone 7 Plus and S7 Edge for the title of Best Smartphone in the World. All three are beautiful, but the sleek design, intuitive UI and leading ecosystem puts the iPhone 7 just in front. The Google Pixel XL is still an amazing smartphone, especially if you adore large screens and virtual assistant. The HTC 10 is a phone that takes the design heritage, DNA, and all the other good bits of last year's One M9 and, well, does them again, but better. It's again shown the rest of the competition how to make a premium smartphone, and its camera, battery life, and performance is right up there too. HTC has really worked on the criticisms of the previous generation devices, and created their best ever flagship smartphone. If your budget can't quite stretch to a snazzy California or South Korean designed smartphone, you may wish to consider a Chinese brand instead. The Huawei Mate 9 is the best smartphone to hail from the People's Republic. It has a great 5.9-inch display, and brilliant battery life thanks to the large 4000 mAh unit. It's not without its flaws though. The Emotion UI isn't great, although has been improved over previous generations, and the design just isn't as sleek as its rivals. Here we have the iPhone 7 Plus, probably the best looking smartphone around. Some feel its sheer size does make it tricky to hold, but there's no denying Apple's beautiful 5.5-incher is a winner. If you're an iPhone user and you fancy picking up the best smartphone around, this should definitely be your first choice. Apple has chosen to stick with the iPhone SIXS design, improving it with rerouted antenna lines and a more integrated camera bump. There are glorious new colors available, and to top it off, the casing is now water resistant. Notice how all of these smartphones have 5+-inch screens? What if you have small hands? You can't reach all four corners of the screen. It's a problem not many of us face, but the truth is, some people just prefer smaller phones but don't want to sacrifice high-end specs. The iPhone SE is for you. With a 4-inch screen and guts which match the iPhone SIXS, including the 12MP rear camera, 2GB RAM, Apple Pay, Retina display, and Apple A9 chipset, this thing is a little pocket rocket. This phone is aimed at those who want a truly innovative, gadgety smartphone, and while it doesn't look as special as the Galaxy S7 Edge, it does have a kick-ass unique feature. This phone, you see, has a modular design, letting you add optional attachments, such as a camera grip or high-res audio. It's also the only flagship smartphone in 2016 which lets you swap the battery. Sure, it doesn't feel as premium as the Samsung or iPhone, but if you want to make a geeky statement, this is the phone for you. The Moto X Force is a refreshing phone. Rather than trying to be elegant and premium, it's durable and will survive a beating. That's mainly down to the screen, which features a thick, toughened outer layer which won't break, not matter how hard you try. The casing is also pretty rugged, our favorite finish being the ballistic nylon back. The specs are pretty powerful, and the battery life is also impressive. The Nexus may have been super SE'd by the Google Pixel, but that only makes the highly affordable Nexus 6P a steal. The phone is made by Huawei and includes a 5.7-inch 2K display, 2GB of RAM and a Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 chipset inside. The battery life is very impressive for a phone this size, but sadly there's no wireless camera. The camera offers a 12MP sensor and there's a fingerprint sensor on the back for the very first time. Looking to upset dominance by the big brands is OnePlus, who took the mobile world by storm in 2014 with one goal, to be the flagship killer. Its fourth smartphone, the OnePlus 3T, has finally achieved that goal. With a slightly more expensive price tag of £399, you'll get all the mod cons of much more expensive handsets, including an HD screen, fingerprint sensor, a decent camera and powerful specs. And, whereas previous OnePlus phones lacked finesse, the OnePlus 3T is a genuine premium feel and the software is rock solid. The Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge is so close to being the best smartphone in the world right now. It boasts the brilliant dual curved display, with the screen bending around on both sides so it looks like no other phone ever made, apart from the S6 Edge last year. Yep, this futuristic smartphone is a looker, and it'll have your friends begging for a chance to play with it. Sony has just made the world's first ever 4K smartphone, but we're not exactly sure if it's necessary yet. It's a huge 5.5-inch screen with a huge 806 pixels per inch as well, so is perfect for any photo lovers out there. There's a new fingerprint sensor running along the side of the phone that works perfectly, and then there's a great 23MP camera on the back of the phone.